Hello students, welcome back to the computer class. I hope you all are fit and fine at your home, right? So in the previous class we discussed the chapter computer languages. So today we will start the book exercise of this chapter. So we will start. Yes students, you have to complete all the book work in your book only. Do not use any notebook, okay? Yes students, let's start the exercise. Yes students, now we start section A, fill in the blanks. In the end of slide, there are also some hints. With the help of hints, we also do the filling the blanks. So first filling the blanks is a dash is a set of instruction which tell the computer what to do. So who tells the computer what to do is a programmer, and the program is a set of instruction which tell the computer what to do. So second fill in the blanks is a development of computer language can be classified into dash categories, that is defined in 5 categories. One is machine language, second is assembly language, third is high level language, fourth is fourth generation language, and fifth one is fifth generation language. Okay, so third is the dash language consists of binary numbers 0 and 1. That is the only language, machine language, that consists of binary numbers, that is 0 and 1. So fourth is the dash convert the assembly language program into machine language. We need an assembler to convert assembly language into machine language. So converter is a convert the assembly language program into machine language. Fifth one is dash language uses simple English word and mathematical operations. So third generation language, high level language use English words and mathematical operations. Sixth is dash language use mnemonic codes or symbol is which language use mnemonic codes? Assembly language. Okay. Seventh is dash language are the rules governing the formation of statement in a programming language. So that is the syntax. The rules are called syntax. Like rules in English are called rules. Rules in Hindi are called Vyakran. Same like rules in a programming is called syntax. Eighth one is in a binary language 0 means on and 1 means off state. Yes students, in a machine language two states are there. One is 0 and second one is 1. 0 means on and 1 means off. So I revise again the filling the blanks. First is a dash is a set of instruction which tell the computer what to do is program. The development of computer language can be classified into 5 categories. The dash language consists of binary numbers 0 and 1 is machine language. The dash convert assembly language program into machine languages assembler. The dash language use simple English words and mathematical operation is high level language. The dash language use mnemonic codes or symbols are assembly language. The dash are the rules governing the formation of statements in a programming language is syntax. In a binary language, 0 means on and 1 means off state. I hope all the filling the blanks are clear to all. Yes students, now we start true and false. Firstly, you read the sentence. If the statement is correct, then you have to fill true in the box. If the statement is wrong, so you have to fill wrong. Okay, so first sentence is a machine language is the only language that a computer understands. Right, so that is true. Machine language is the only language that computer understand in the form of 0 and 1. Second is assembly language is regarded as a first generation language. No student, that is false, because machine language is regarded as the first generation language and the assembly language is the second generation language. Okay, so that is false. Third is each programming language has its own specific rules, that is called syntax. So that is true. A compiler converts a high-level language program into machine language line by line. No student, that is not wrong, because not compiler, interpreter convert a high-level language program into machine language line by line. So not compiler. So that is wrong. Fifth is high-level language program has to be converted into machine language by translator program. So that is true. Sixth is Fortran language was designed for business users. No students, that is wrong. Fortran is a very old language that is not designed for business, that is designed for formulas. So seventh is programming is the process of writing specific instruction in a computer language. Yes student, that is true. Programming is mainly useful for writing specific instruction in a computer language. Eighth is machine language uses mnemonic codes. No student, not machine language. Assembly language uses mnemonic codes. So I am revising again the true and false. First is machine language is the only language that a computer understand, that is true. Assembly language is regarded as a first generation language, that is false. Each programming language has its own specific rules, that is true. A computer convert a high level language program into machine language line by line, that is false. High level language program has to be converted into machine language by translator program, that is true. Fortran language was designed for business users, so that is false. Programming is the process of writing specific instructions in a computer language, that is true. Machine language uses mnemonic code, that is false. I hope these true and false are clear to all. Yes students, now we start application based questions. So first question is, Kapil's aunt was computer programmer during the third generation of computer language. Which type of language did she use back then? So she used in a third generation high level language. So there are lots of high level languages are there like C, C++, Car Java, Advanced Java. All these are high level languages. Now second is, Sumit is trying his hand in Java programming, but he does not know which type of language it is. Help him to understand the type of languages Java is. So Java is a high level language. Okay. Yes students, now we start multiple choice questions in a section B. So first is, a program written in assembly language is called assembler. No. A source program? Yes. A object program? No. So a program is written in assembly language is called source program. Second is, and dash convert a high level language or program into machine language line by line. Compiler convert the whole program, but interpreter convert in a line by line form. So answer is interpreter C. The program convert into machine language by the translator is called assembler. Okay, the program convert into machine language by the translator is called assembler. The last one is, the term software was first used by John McAtee? No. John W. Turkey? Yes. Okay, so answer is B. I am repeating again. A program written in assembly language is called source program. Second is, and dash convert a high level language program into machine language line by line is called interpreter. the program converted into machine language by the translator is called assembler. The term software was first used by B. John W. Turkey. Now we will start question answer. So first question is, what do you mean by machine language? So what is machine language? Machine language is the only language that a computer understands. There are also some features of machine language, like it is expressed in a binary form, that is 0 and 1, and has very high speed. So I also show you the definition of machine language. So what is machine language? Machine language represents the very early primitive computer language that consider only 0 and 1. This is the actual language that is the computer understand. It is also called machine language. So student, next question is, how is assembly language different from machine language? So how it is different? Because machine language, it is expressed in a form of 0 and 1, that is binary form. But assembly language, it is use mnemonic codes or symbols instead of binary numbers. Okay, and the second main difference is machine language is directly understood by the computer, but in assembling language we use assembler to convert in a machine code. Okay students, now third is, what are the features of high level language? So tell me, what are the features of high level languages? That language is very user friendly, right? And that is machine independent. But assembly language and machine language totally are machine dependent, but high level languages are totally machine independent. So I will show you high level language is third generation language. Okay, with the language introduced by the third generation of computer programming, words and commands were being used. This language had syntax that was much easier to understand, right? Third generation language are also known as high level language. Okay, you also write the features in it, like it is user friendly language and it is machine independent language. Okay students, so students, what is fourth question? Differentiate between an interpreter and a compiler. I will show you with the differences. See in the table students, there are some differences. So number 1, compiler. Compiler will stop translating if it find an error. There will be no executable code generated. Yes student, compiler always compile whole program, not line by line, but interpreter convert one line at a time. After that show the error and then again it started the executing. Okay, second is compiler compile the program as whole. Yes, that is also same. The compiler compile the whole program at a one time, but interpreter it convert one statement at a time, not whole program. Third is compiler generate object file, but interpreter not contain object file because it directly convert into machine form. So last one is compiler translation is fast because it generate object file into directly, but interpreter translation is slow because it create in a line by line only, not whole program, and no objection file also. Okay students. Yes students, now last question is, list any three characteristics of fourth generation language. So fourth generation language is much easier from users than previous generation languages, and fourth generation language is closer to human language than other high level languages, and it is also contains the feature of third generation languages. And what is the use of fourth generation language? This type of languages are also used for business purpose, and these type of languages are very less costly. Some example of these type of languages are like SQL, Wave, Metafont, etc. So the execution is also very fast, so and this is very programming friendly. These all are the features of fourth generation language. Yes students, I hope these topics are clear to you. Okay, so in the next class we will discuss with the new chapter. Okay, so enjoy your study. Thank you.